A doctor accidentally noticed something odd during a follow-up appointment. There was a man who just wouldn't stop smiling. So the doctor figured the man might be close to dying and without hesitation, grabbed his cane and slammed it hard right onto the man's foot. His wife standing nearby was clearly furious. But the man just kept on grinning, saying he was totally fine. That only made House even more convinced he was right. The man had a serious metabolic condition and might not make it past 3 days. His team all thought House had lost his mind. The guy was just in a good mood, that's all. How could he jump to such a serious diagnosis? They even went straight to the man's hospital room and told him right in front of House that there was absolutely nothing wrong with him and that staying in the hospital was just a waste of money. But before they could even finish talking, House sensed something was off. The man who had seemed perfectly fine suddenly had a drooping mouth, and just like that, he couldn't get a single word out. When the team ran some tests on him, they found out the man had actually suffered a stroke. Well, I guess that question came too soon. Now everyone believed what House had been saying. But what exactly was causing the man's metabolic issues? After a team consultation, they all agreed that syphilis was the most likely culprit, so they went ahead and drew blood from the man for testing. But the man insisted he had been completely faithful to his wife and there was no way he could have picked up syphilis. His wife backed him up, saying the two of them were deeply in love, and she flat out insisted the doctors had made a mistake. 2 consecutive tests on back-to-back days both came back showing the man did in fact have syphilis. That meant one of them was definitely lying to avoid any unnecessary drama. The doctor pulled the man's wife out into the hallway and broke the news to her. But here's the thing nobody saw coming. The wife wasn't upset at all. She believed her husband would never betray her and insisted the doctors must have gotten it wrong, demanding they run the tests again. The doctors didn't think much of it. After all, the test results were right there in black and white. So they went ahead and started treating the man for syphilis. But strangely enough, that same night House suddenly got a notification. The man who was supposed to be responding to treatment had started having serious convulsions. It seemed like there might be something else going on inside the man's body. House quickly had the team run pulmonary and blood serum tests on him. But no one expected what came back. The results showed the man's lungs and blood were both completely normal. So then why was he having convulsions? And before the doctors could even figure that out, the man was in trouble again. He had barely been able to move, yet now he was drenched in sweat. And the moment his wife stepped out of the room for a second, he flew into a rage and started screaming at everyone. Before his wife even had a chance to react, something even scarier happened. The man suddenly couldn't say a word. It was obvious he had stroked out again. His wife had just started to lay him flat. When the monitor let out a frantic alarm, the man's heart had suddenly stopped. Luckily, his wife immediately started doing chest compressions on him and managed to pull him back from the brink of death. The doctors all assumed it was a heart problem, so they rushed to run an ultrasound on his heart right away. They wanted to find out what else was wrong with him beyond the syphilis, but the results showed his heart was completely normal. That was just too weird. So what on earth had caused his heart to stop? Then one of the doctors suddenly had a thought. She rushed over to find House and said the man might not have syphilis at all, but rather Chagas disease. This disease not only causes syphilis tests to come back positive, but it also triggers encephalitis and can alter a person's personality. Since a brain scan had already been done, it was confirmed that the man did indeed have Chagas disease. Sure enough, with the right targeted treatment, the man's condition improved quickly. But his wife just couldn't bring herself to feel happy about it, because the husband who used to be cheerful and smiling every single day might never come back again.